I've introduced my guest, and I'm so glad that you're here, Mrs. Claus.
Thank you so much.
This is very exciting for me, and I'm sure for our viewers. I have to do a 2-minute PR about my show. I'm Pat McDonald, and I'm the host of Vote for Vermont, where our tagline is Listening Beyond the Soundbites. And we're here at ORCA Studio, and as I introduced before, we are here with Mrs. Claus. Yes, Mrs. Santa Claus.
Yes,
although
I am.
That is not your name. What your real name, I don't think many people know this, is
Clara.
Clara, which is lovely. Clara
Yes,
Claus.
Clara Bell, actually.
Clara Bell,
Clara
that's even
Bell,
more lovely.
yes.
Very nice. And the first question I know people would want to ask is, how did you meet the big man himself?
Oh my goodness, it was so magical. I have to tell you, it was beyond this world. It's in my book, but we do all have to believe in love at first sight, because it was completely love at first sight. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps.
That's so
and I'm
awesome.
so warm in here, and I'm just getting goosebumps just thinking about it. It was so magical.
Well, you must live in a very magical world.
We do.
Everything that
we
you
really
do.
do. Yes, it's
So,
wonderful.
I'm sure that's why you probably decided to write a book, to share all these experiences with people and your fans all over the world.
Yes, yes. I think it's really important, because my elves have been asking me for centuries to write this book. And every single day when I'm putting my makeup on, I'm spritzing my perfume, I run down to the toy shop, and they're pleading with me, please tell the story.
That's great.
So finally, they gave me some time, and now here I am.
That's great. Well, I have to tell you, I don't know where you find the time, because I know what you do up at the North Pole for Santa and for the elves, and maybe you could talk a little bit about what your role is as Santa's wife.
Oh, I do everything over there. I mean,
That's what we all say, Clara.
No, you can call me Mrs. Claus.
Oh, okay,
Sorry.
I will do that.
But anyway, yes, I cook, I clean, I do absolutely everything. I wrap the presents, I go shopping, but Santa does go shopping with me. We do go into the small gift shops, and a lot of times they don't even know it's me. So it's just absolutely wonderful, because we do it all year long. And Santa, he just loves the life of leisure. I mean, a little bit, because he works really hard. It's not easy going around the world one night, just one night. It's amazing what he does. So he has to rest up all year long, and we have to keep him happy. And that is the most important thing.
Well, you told me, and I thought this was an amazing story, that and in my mind, when I think of the North Pole, I think of this little cabin. But yet when you started telling me about the number of sleighs you have for all the elves.
Yes, not so much.
Secret.
But that's okay.
Secret.
Yes.
How much they help him, and what,
work.
I mean, without him, what would you both do? Not much with those. They would just work really hard.
We have over 1 million elves, and I'll give it away. They speak all different languages. And by the way, bonjour, ciao, hola, nishi, kamusta, shalom. Hello.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice.
I know 200.
Do you really?
But I won't, we only have a few moments of time here,
but-
because I do have to go. Pretty soon.
Pretty soon. Well,
Yes.
we'll speed it up. There's a lot to talk about, though, my dear.
Yes.
Lot to
Namaste. Namaste.
So the elves and they live with you right at the North Pole, which means somebody's cooking for all these people, buying them clothes, taking care of I was just thinking the reindeer for each of the sleighs.
Yes.
I mean, that doesn't fall under your purview, does it?
It does. It actually does. I'm in charge of everyone. I'm in charge of the dressmakers and the doctors.
It's great.
We even have lawyers at the North Pole.
Don't even. We have them too here in Montpelier.
Oh, but ours are really nice.
Are they?
Yes.
That's great. I bet they'd have to
And
be.
they're cute too. They're about this big. Little paws.
You told me that they go out. Each elf is assigned sort of a country,
Yeah.
and that's how Santa gets around, where they will help him navigate
Yes,
that country
exactly.
and get it done pretty quickly.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
good. And you also, I love all these stories you told me, that they are expert in different foods of the country.
Yes, they have different menus in the kitchen because a lot of people have different issues, you know. Some people are allergic to jelly beans and peppermint
That's a horrible
sticks.
thing.
So we have to be really careful.
Yeah.
And the chocolate is, and the peanut butter. That
Yeah.
is serious.
Yeah.
And we have a whole section of EpiPens because you
Yeah,
never know.
for sure.
There could be an allergic elf in our midst.
Well, and the children
we're
that
okay
adore
so
Santa,
far, yes.
because he has to know what he's giving them, gifts of food,
Yes.
whether they can eat it or not,
And
correct?
yes. And in the stockings, you have to be careful what you put in the stockings. It's true.
That's great.
Yes.
Oh,
And we also make dog cookies.
I heard about that.
Yes, you know, we
That's
are
great.
animal lovers up at the North Pole.
Yes, and you have a slew of them, if I remember your list.
Yes, we have a slew.
Yeah. Can you name some of them that perhaps we wouldn't see on a normal day out here in Montpelier, Vermont?
We have zebras and giraffes and koalas and, well, chickens, of course, because we need the eggs. Oh, my goodness. We have bears and deer and, of course, the reindeer.
Yes, for sure.
Yes.
And that very special one.
Oh, well, they're all special. All of them are special. And all the elves are special. But Rudolph, he is special.
Yeah.
We love him.
We love him too.
I
We
love him
sing
so
about
much.
him.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I got the chills again.
That's so cute. So we also think, when we think North Pole, we think of all of the toys that that you have to make, buy, procure somehow. How do you do all of that? And who gets to test them out? Do you get free reign of the toy shop? That would be
Yes.
amazing to me.
Actually, I do have free reign at the toy shop. It's so much fun. It's playing every single day. Every single day is another toy that we have to try. And it's so much fun.
That's
and we
great.
get the kookiest toys. I mean, things that completely, you can't even believe it would come out of someone's head. But it's just, they're brilliant
That's good.
ideas. I mean, the crazier, the better. The absolute crazier, the better. And that's what I love.
That's great. Well,
Even with
now,
our elves.
how do you keep up with the electronic toys? I am at a loss myself personally. I go in the stores and the kids are, I want this, I want that. I'm like, over my head.
Oh, yes,
How
but
do
the
you keep up
children
with that?
are very smart these days. They're brilliant. And what would children do if they didn't have thumbs?
That's great.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, you see these children, we can see everything. We can see everything that's going on down here all the time. But we see these kids and unbelievable.
That's great. I know.
Absolutely
Isn't it
unbelievable.
amazing? They're like sponges.
I know, it's incredible.
So- I walk through the stores, I'm like, he wants that. But they do. Because I remember you're old enough, the Cabbage Patch dolls. They had a story on Facebook there about the insanity of people finding the Cabbage Patch dolls, which in my day was the hottest thing you could possibly buy.
I remember that year, and I remember the drama at the North Pole
right.
trying to get the Cabbage Patch dolls. I mean, we were trying to make everyone happy.
Well, it was impossible, right?
But
Pretty
we
much.
did. But
you?
we are also working with the toy makers here.
Yeah.
And some of them like to trick a little bit to make their toys even more special and harder to get.
Right.
And for Santa, he gets a little grumpy about that. I mean, he never gets grumpy.
Well,
But when the toy makers do the little, the sales thing, he gets a little grumpy.
I would
So
think.
we remake different things at the North Pole. So there are other things that came out after the Cabbage Patch dolls. But my favorite was Raggedy Ann.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful.
And Madeline.
Yeah. Oh, Madeline. Yep.
Oh, Madeline.
Yeah. That was the best book ever.
The best.
Yeah.
And it was so sweet.
Even the graphics in that book of Madeline with her outfit, her little French schoolgirl outfit,
Yes.
and that was a great book. don't know if they, well, maybe with your book, it'll resurrect children's books again the way they used to be.
Wouldn't that be lovely?
That'd be
and
great.
the artist, Bellarmine,
Yep.
fantastic artist.
Yep.
Oh, I just love artists.
That's great.
Oh, I have so many artist friends, and my elves, we have a whole slew of painters in the North Pole, and they are brilliant artists. We have to appreciate them.
Yes, well.
We have to appreciate every artist. Oh my goodness! Do you know I have a mailbox here? I have some
saw
letters.
that,
I
yes,
have letters
there's-
in there. I
yeah.
haven't read them, but
Oh, well,
if
we
you'd
have
like
to
to
read them,
if we
yes,
have
for
time.
sure. We're going to watch the clock and make sure that you
Yeah.
get a chance to read them. Because speaking of writing, there's this thing that Santa keeps, the naughty and nice list. What's your role in putting that together, and how does he do that?
Well, I do have a naughty elf. He's called the naughty elf.
That's his job?
Well, why? Because he was naughty.
Ah.
And now we have revived him into this fabulous person, and he runs around trying to find the naughty people. And there are some, but I think there are more nice people on Earth than there are naughty.
Yes.
I'd like to believe that.
I would too,
Yeah.
Mrs. Claus. I'm right with you on
I
that one.
really, really, really hope that people are good this year. And I think that we do have a list, but it's the golden rule, you know, don't lie, cheat, or steal. And that's what we go by.
Right.
And we've had some incidences in the North Pole, but that's okay. That's okay. We give them a candy cane, the magic candy cane, and they're all better.
I don't think I would want to disappoint Santa. I mean, he's just somebody you don't ever want to disappoint, I would think.
He's such a good person.
Yes,
He just
is.
loves everyone.
Yeah.
He loves every child, every animal, every fish.
That's great.
Oh, and our fish. Oh my goodness, can I talk about my fish?
Please go right ahead.
Oh, I love my fish so much. I have this pond, and it's in the North Pole. It's a pond. And the fish, my goldfish, they're all different colors. There's white, there's multicolored, there's black, there's golden, and they're all swimming beautifully in my pond. And I love them so much. And my pond is miles and miles and miles and miles and miles and miles long in the
And
North Pole.
magically never freezes, I'm assuming,
Well,
right?
it does, but that's okay.
Okay.
We take good care of them. Oh, I love them so much. And they all get along, and they're all so different. I love them.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's nice.
They're all named Teddy.
Oh, that reminded me. Could
They're
you
all
talk
named
about
Teddy.
Teddy's Cafe on the North Pole?
Yes, I have Teddy's Cafe in the North Pole. That's where we bake all the goodies, all the goodies for the animals.
Nice. Oh, those are for the animal cookies.
Yes. Yeah, all the-
Because Teddy was somebody very special to you, and I don't know if it's hard for you to talk about
Oh,
Teddy.
no, he's still here with me. He's
In your
still,
heart.
he's always here with me. And he's in the North Pole, Teddy.
That's a great place
He
to
is,
be.
yes. Ah, Teddy. He has cookies.
All he wants, correct? Oh,
And
that's
he
good.
makes cookies for charity with his little paws. He's so adorable.
He's great.
Picky
Now-
Vermont puppy Teddy cookies.
Oh, what is that? Oh, that's right. 'Cause
Just for charity.
I think somebody
know.
actually gave them to me one time for my dog, Coco, so
Aw.
she loved them.
They're in the freezer now.
Speaking of animals, you told me a story, and I was trying to relay it to some friends of mine, and I couldn't. The one about the reindeer and the turtles.
Oh, no, that's top secret.
Oh, can
But-
you hint a little, please?
Well, Rudolph does have a likeness for turtles.
Yep.
He loves turtles. But that's about as much as I can
Okay, so
say because
we'll have
that
to
is
stay tuned because
really top secret.
Okay, so that was a great story.
I know, but that's my story.
I'm glad you said that, so I will
But
just
it's
mums
okay.
the word on
Yes.
the turtles.
You never know who's listening.
Yeah, exactly. What was that
I mean, I
bell?
love to trust. Trust is so important in everything. But I do have to tell you one thing, is that giving, the spirit of giving, is about Christmas. And I think it's so important to know that the best gift you can give anyone is the gift of love. And my gift for myself is to see children happy. When I see children happy,
Yeah.
it just lights up my heart.
nice.
It's true.
Well, I hope all the little ones who are watching you right now
It's
can
true.
listen about how they should listen to their parents.
Listen to your
and,
parents.
And family, how important family is,
Yes.
and love. That's
Yes.
great. And I love that you kept saying before believe, because if we don't believe, what is the point? You have to
Yes.
believe.
And you always have to have something to look forward to. For the grown-ups.
Yep.
For the grown-ups. We also take care of the grown-ups.
Yep.
Always have a beautiful dress in your closet for the ladies and the gentlemen. Always have a beautiful outfit in the closet and get ready for a moment. You know, there's always a beautiful moment in life. There's weddings, there's birthdays, there's parties. Always have your party dress in your closet.
That is great advice.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard that, but it makes a lot of sense. Perk you right up.
Yeah.
Make you feel beautiful.
Always.
That's awesome.
Yes.
And speaking of saying and doing the things that you believe in, could you share some of those letters with us?
Oh, I'd love to.
Because I don't know if you need some help getting them out of the mailbox or.
I think I can do it. Oh, did you see my boots?
Oh, they are stunning. Look at the boots. I don't know if you can
Look how
see
gorgeous. They're from Italy. My
They're
Italian
lovely.
elf, Mario, and he actually takes the diamonds and drops them on.
Oh, one at a time?
Well, he goes,
Ah,
and then they
magic.
appear.
See, that's it.
I know.
I love magic.
So fabulous. Okay, I'm going to.
Here you go.
Oh,
Got
it's a
it?
little heavy,
Okay.
but I think I can handle it. Let's see. I'm going to open it like
Yeah,
this.
please, no, great. The real thing.
It's just so much. Would you
At random.
Would you like to read?
I would love to. Thank you for the honor. Very
Oh, they're
nice.
so pretty.
Kids are amazing, aren't they?
Oh my God, they're so creative and wonderful.
I know you told me that you were in charge
Oh.
of making sure that all the malls that wanted them had a visit from Santa.
Yes.
All
We
right.
have to
But
check
I'm not
out.
sure we have to pick some by random because
Okay.
we have a couple of other things we wanted to do.
Okay. Here. Okay.
All right, randomly selected.
Okay. I love reading them. It's my favorite thing to do. Oh my goodness.
May I? I'll just read this. Isn't this the cutest thing? I would like a pink dolphin and a shark tooth necklace. Awesome. He can do that.
That's adorable.
That's so cute. I'm not going to read the name because that's not on TV here, but anyway.
Dear
nice.
Santa, I would like a Maserati.
Oh, I think that's somebody I know.
Oh my goodness. Here, would you like another one?
Smart kid.
Oh, what
So-
is this? Look at this. This is cute.
Oh, and this is, oh my gosh, this must maybe from my mother. Can you buy me a Tiger Woods golf clubs? I want to be Charlie. That's his son's name, isn't it?
That is so adorable.
My mother's watching this. She was a fan of Tiger Woods, and I thought when you saw him with his son walking down the fairway, I thought, oh, my mother must be beaming from ear to ear. That's
Santa
so
and I
cool.
watched
That's,
from the North Pole the other day, Tiger Woods
oh,
and his son.
He'll be back.
And is that the most adorable thing? I love, who
That's
signed
great.
that?
Oh,
Sean?
my-
Is his name Sean? Because I remember he asked
He
for
has a
golf.
picture of himself, so I'm sure Santa knows it's a little boy with a golf club. So I'm sure he knows, Santa knows.
Oh, you like this one?
Oh, so you know what I thought? It says gas in, oh, that's sort of sad. Gas in my papa's car
That's so sad.
and nice ice cream.
Well, we're good.
you got to have gas in the car. That's important.
Well, definitely we will take care.
Yes, I actually
Of
thought
him.
that said God. That too would be good. God
Oh,
in my
yes.
in my papa's car.
Well, he is with us everywhere.
Yes, he is.
Yes. Dear Santa, help my mommy get a job.
Oh,
Yes, he can do that too.
yes.
I know someone who got a Christmas present. One of our elves got a job at Disney.
What a perfect job. That's great.
I mean, I've got the goosebumps again.
That's really great.
Isn't that incredible?
That's on my bucket list.
Oh my goodness. Dear Santa, please send me a friends.
Oh,
Please send me a friends.
Now, what would Santa do with a letter like that? Because obviously there's a little boy or girl who's
Oh.
lonely. What would he do? Would he try to reach out and help somehow?
Yes.
'Cause that's not a gift. A gift
No.
you can buy and
Yes, again, yes.
maybe.
Santa does help with that. There's a lot of stuff that he can do, and he definitely has a way of putting love into people's hearts.
Good.
And especially if children are being naughty, and if she is having, or he is having problems at all, but we definitely have
Good.
a magic wand up there that
Brings people
can
together
zap
and make
some beautiful energy
great.
around her.
That's great,
Absolutely, we
because-
have that. Absolutely, we have that.
That's great.
Oh my
That makes me feel good.
goodness.
The Maserati or
Oh.
whatever the car was.
That is the most beautiful letter. And I hope and I wish and I know, because my hopes and wishes always come true, that she will get beautiful friends, lifetime friends.
Great.
I believe that. Because I know. Because what I believe,
You can.
what I believe
Yeah.
happens.
That's a good thing.
You know. So, let's see what else we have. Bum, 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 bum. Santa, dear Santa, I want a toothbrush.
Oh, now come on. These are sad.
A
You have
toothbrush.
to find us a cheery one in
A
there.
toothbrush.
Yeah.
No, but they
No,
are
that's-
cheery.
but
That's the sweetest thing I've ever heard. But you know what? When someone asks for a toothbrush, they don't just get one toothbrush.
Oh, they get a.
They get a whole thing of
No, for
different
the neighborhood.
toothbrushes. The one that just rolls out like the photographs.
Yep.
Don't worry, we take care of
Oh,
everybody.
good, because you're
These are
making
not
me-
sad.
how sad.
There's nothing sad about these
But how
letters.
nice that they
'cause we-
trust Santa to give them, to go to Santa.
Yes.
And he'll respond.
Absolutely.
That's a good
and
thing.
every single letter turns around to something fabulous.
done.
Always. Oh, no, another sad one. You can say it's sad, but
What is it?
you read it.
Let me have this.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, well, good for this young
It's not
lady.
sad.
No, it's
But
not.
we can
It's
fix
very,
everything.
It's very upbeat. Dear
Yes.
Santa, make people be nice to each other. Do you
Yes.
hear that out there? Just be nice. How hard is this?
Can you read it again?
Dear Santa, please, I threw in the please part, please make people be nice to each other. Isn't that nice? So I think overwhelmingly we
just-
have,
Excuse me, I just have to do a large sigh after
Yes.
those letters.
that's very nice.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm
that
very
is so
glad that
sweet.
they trust that Santa can help them.
Yes,
That's a really good thing.
I know. It just gives me such pleasure on having you read these beautiful letters.
That's beautiful. Thank you for allowing me to do that. I feel like they're so private between them and when Santa used to come to our home when we were little, he just knew my family, the kids in my family would just go crazy when he knew stories about them and maybe fighting with the neighbor or
Yes.
I mean, it was just they didn't know how the heck he did it, but he does it.
Yes, it's really incredible.
Yep.
It's really incredible. And neighbors. Always be kind to your neighbors because you never know when you might need them.
Right? Well, that's true. They come to your help.
It's true.
Right.
And forgiveness. We have to talk about forgiveness. It's so important to forgive people if they've hurt you. Just forgive them because it makes you feel so much better inside.
Yep.
You can't walk around with this heavy ball and chain of anger and sadness and bitterness. All that will go away once you say the words, I forgive that person. It's so important.
That's great. So I was with you 2 years ago now because
true.
of COVID. We should talk about COVID and the North Pole. But I was with you and you were talking to a whole bunch of children. It was actually in Waitsfield, which wasn't so far away from here. I don't know how they got you to show up, but that was wonderful. The kids there were just eyes wide open to meet Mrs. Claus.
Oh, yes. I did that for charity. I flew down on my white, silvery sleigh, and I landed in this area in Vermont. And I walked in, and I couldn't have seen the sweetest kids.
Yeah, cute.
That was so lovely.
Yeah.
What wonderful, wonderful time I had.
Well, when they
Wonderful
walked
time.
in and saw you, I was like, oh my God.
Yes, that was so
How
sweet.
cool for kids.
Yes.
And you were wonderful with them. And your
Oh.
elves were there. You had 2 elves or 3? 2 elves.
Yes, I had Guinevere, Waffles, Sebastian, and Muffin.
Oh, I forgot there. Yep, that's right.
Yes.
There was a lot of people there.
Yes.
And the kids were thrilled. So do you do guest appearances, sort of, and spread the cheer for Santa?
Well, I mean,
Sounds like you're busy.
I'm very, very busy.
Yeah.
But they can reach me. It's if they would like to, through you, I guess.
Oh, for sure.
Because you have the direct contact to the North Pole.
Yep, we could do that. I'm not supposed to be talking about this, but I do have a direct line. So
Yes.
if you wanted to email me at voteforvermont@gmail.com, I could get whatever message you wanted up to Mrs. Claus and to Santa himself. Thank you for that offer.
Oh, you're welcome. I have a Instagram because I have no idea how to use computers or anything like that. I have a whole computer section in the North Pole. But I do have an Instagram, and it's Mrs. Claus 2021. And I have a TikTok, is that what you call it?
Yeah, TikTok
It's
account.
The Real Mrs. Claus, and you'll see that on Instagram.
Right.
And it's fun, silly things. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I need a movie crew at the North Pole because there's so many things that have to be updated now with all these.
Well, that's what I'm
bells and
very
whistles.
impressed that you know all this stuff.
Yes.
Because I have seen your TikTok account. That's really, some of them are very cute.
Oh, thank you.
They're cute.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Well, you're going to have to, once your book is ready, you're going to have to beef that up a little bit and talk, and maybe there's some things you can read to us at some point from the book that that you could share, be willing to share. Because do you have anything now that you...
Right now?
Yeah, we have...
I just have a tiny bit, but I mean, it really isn't.
Sure.
I don't want to give too much away.
No, but I think just a little hint, a little taste is always good.
Okay.
We'll give you a second to set up and...
This is just the beginning paragraph. Oh, my lucky boots. These are my lucky boots. Now, this is all fresh, just written, so here it goes.
Go right ahead. The world is your oyster.
It is a cold and wintry morning, as always it is here in the North Pole. I have taken my warm rose bath and I am dressing for the day. First, I put on my lacy long johns and my ruffled petticoat, then my red velvet dress with fur cuffs and collar, with a black lace belt. I put on my warm fuzzy boots and I fix my hair just right. Then I put on my crimson red lipstick that always wakes me up the moment I put it on. A little pop of color can brighten anyone's day.
Very true.
So true. Then there was a knock on the door. It's Waffles the elf. He is standing at the door with a tray and a sweet smile. He is a tiny and round with a little face like a cat. He has red hair, chubby cheeks, and adorable pink nose. Your tea, Mrs. Claus, he says with a giggle. On the tray is a kettle of tea, cucumber sandwiches, and candy canes. Well, how should I begin? I am usually too busy to write. I do run the North Pole. It's true, I run everything. I am in charge of the elves, the kitchen, everything. I've asked the elves to take care of my chores for the time being while I tell you my story. Boom, 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 boom. That's enough.
That is lovely.
Thank you.
And it's just written with just enough detail. So now may I ask you, because you've mentioned your outfit, I think I've only seen you. This is the outfit for Mrs. Claus, just like Santa has his outfit for
He does.
Santa Claus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we love velvet. We
Yes.
love lace.
Well, it's beautiful.
I love all fabrics.
It's
But there's a secret to that too, and it's in my
It's
book.
in the book.
You know, I have to tell you, when I used to watch as a little girl, about 1,000 years ago, I'd watch television and I would get and I never get annoyed, but I would get annoyed when people say, it's in the book. You have to wait for the book. You have to wait for the book. And I said, oh, that's so annoying. And now here I am.
Here you are.
But now I
Well,
understand.
you've got to give him something to look forward to.
Well, there we go. Oh, and here is Teddy
Oh, there's Teddy. We'll
sitting
have-
on his pink couch.
If you send us that picture, we'll be sure to put it up when you mention him.
Ooh la la, Teddy.
Teddy's a cutie.
My little
Teddy,
French
when
poodle.
we were able to go out, and you do get out in public without people noticing you.
I
so
do. I'm top
you have
secret.
You have a
Yes.
few disguises.
I have many.
Teddy would be in this large bag, very similar to the one the size that you have with us,
Yes.
with mesh. And he would sit under the table. The first time I didn't even know he was there. Quiet, never peeped, never did anything until we were finished with lunch. And then you said, oh, I have to go out and walk Teddy. I'm like, where is Teddy? She goes outside, puts Teddy up out of the bag, and there's Teddy, fine and happy and glad to see Mama.
Oh, well, he's always with me at the North Pole. And his fashion sense is fabulous. He has so many coats.
Oh, does he? Oh.
I mean, did you see his leather bomber jacket?
Oh, stop. I missed that.
He has a leather bomber jacket, and he has a Santa outfit, and he has skis and ski boots, and he has everything.
I think
you can
you love
possibly
him
imagine.
just a little.
Yes.
Yes.
Teddy.
Yeah, that's so cute.
Yes, he was wonderful. He is wonderful. He's still there.
Well, I think he'll be there forever.
Yes.
That's
yes.
a good thing. Well, you've got him in your heart, and that's the deal, right?
Always, but he is in the North Pole. He's working very hard with the other animals.
Well, he must miss Wakefield, but on the other hand, miss Vermont, but on the other hand, maybe...
I'm thinking about maybe having a summer home in Vermont. I think that would be really
That's nice. Well, I know I've seen you
fun.
when you visit here, but
Secret, but I do love all places. I love India. I love Pakistan. I love Morocco and Africa, and I love England. So I don't know where I would have my vacation home. I just don't know where. There's so many places. Bora Bora, Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Ay, Dios mío, me gusta Puerto Rico. Qué linda. Ah, Puerto Rico, so precious. Cuba, Venezuela. There's so many wonderful countries to have
That's great.
a vacation home. But
Be hard to pick.
yes, but I work so hard, it's hard to take a vacation.
Yeah. Well, I'm impressed that you can, when we've been out once in a while, that people look and they go, but they're not sure. So you manage to
Disguise.
sneak on by.
I have many disguises.
That's a good thing.
Yes, I do.
Well, we're glad you visit us.
I have to see who's naughty and nice.
Now, do you help with that list? I don't think we.
Of course I
Or
do.
do you?
Yes.
Yeah.
No stealing, no lying, no cheating, no biting, no hitting, no kicking.
That's it. Sounds like the.
And be nice to your mommy and daddy,
Yeah. There you go.
or your parents, or your guardians. Yes.
That's nice.
So important. And be nice to others.
That's great.
Yes.
So, is there anything else? I'm trying to think of. There's so many questions to ask about the North Pole. We talked about the elves and the animals. Now, do they live? I mean, range free. You must have so many acres of land up there, because they must just live free on the range and out there and enjoying life and nature. It must be stunning where you live.
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. I can walk miles and miles and miles a day. Actually, I do. I walk miles and miles and miles because everywhere there's the toy factory, and there's the ski house, and the
place where you
hunting.
bake the,
Not the hunting lodge. I'm sorry, we don't have that. We have stuffed animals. We have the stuffed animals lodge where we keep all the animals. But oh my gosh, it's just everywhere you go. It just takes a long time to get to the other part. So I have my steps that they have.
Oh, yes.
That I count my steps.
Oh, my goodness.
I do 1,000,000 steps a day.
That's great. I bet you do. You sent me a video a while ago of you running in a part of the North Pole, and I'm going to put that at the end of this video, because it's just so freeing watching you running through the snow and just enjoying the nature around you and your life, I would think. Just loving it.
I can run fast.
Oh, well, that's...
I have to.
Even I'm sure you do, to keep up with it. Yes. That's good. It's a secret, though, about how Santa does that on Christmas Eve.
Yes.
That's a serious amount of magic.
Top secret.
Yeah.
And everything is magical.
Yeah.
It has to be, because it's the only way to get through life right now.
I hope people are out there still believing, and grown-ups too.
Yes.
Yes. I always got mad when we were supposed to, at some point in time, stop believing.
No,
I don't think so.
Always believe in Santa.
Yeah.
Always believe in goodness. Always believe that there are kind people in the world.
Yep.
It's true.
That's great.
It's so important.
That's great. I would love you to tell us, what is your favorite song? There's so many Christmas songs now. They've started already. But there's so many songs to pick from. What do you listen to most?
Well, I do love every single Christmas song.
Right.
I really do. I love Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. I'm taking singing lessons in the
Are
North
you
Pole.
really?
Yes,
Oh, lovely.
by Botticelli, my elf. And I love Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad.
That's a nice one.
That's a beautiful one. Gosh, so many. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Whatever. There's so many new ones that have come out that I appreciate. I appreciate
and each one
everything
is
comes
meant
out.
to tell a story
Yes.
about Christmas. So, and to set a, what's the right word? To set a tone, to set a feeling, like Silent Night, to set that feeling of the night the baby was born.
Yes.
And there's just so many songs to pick from.
Well, Silent Night is also one of my favorites because that is Christmas.
Yeah.
That is the reason why I am here, why Santa is there. I mean, he actually took the gifts that were given that day,
the Magi, right?
and he said, I'm going to bring gifts to all the children in the world.
Yeah.
So the gift is so important to give and to give to others, but the most important thing is love.
Right. And it's not so much the gift or what it is,
Yes.
but it's giving of something that you've picked out, regardless of what it is, to somebody else to show how you feel about them and to thank them. And
Yes, it's the
that's great.
spirit of giving.
Yeah. I used to teach Sunday school, and the Sunday school kids years ago gave me this book. You would like this. It was called The Precious Present. And this boy spent his whole life looking for what the precious present is. But at the end of the book, he realized that it's not a present something. It's the moment you're in, the present time that you're in.
Right.
That's what's important, what you do
Exactly.
with that moment in time that
Exactly.
you're here. We're here, we're sharing your story. Maybe it will impact somebody and says, oh, I want to be like Mrs. Claus.
Well, it's presence. Like
Right.
we are in the present,
Right.
exactly what you're saying.
Right.
Like it is a gift for me to be here with you.
Yeah.
It's a present right now to be with you, my elf, and to be able to share. So the gift is to be present with your person.
Exactly.
And it's just, it's everything.
And don't misuse it. Make it count.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. So in the few minutes that we have left, I was wondering if you would share with us a story that I know you can share because it's shared all over the world. And you said you know much of it by heart.
I do.
And it happens to be one of a story that we read every Christmas Eve. We read it out loud in my family because
Yes.
that's tradition.
It's lovely.
Yeah. Do you think you could do that now, or is there more things that you would like to share with us that we haven't touched on?
I can do that. I can do that now, but I'm so sorry. I forgot my Santa Claus mug.
Uh-oh. That's okay. It's a Vote for Vermont one. We'll forgive you.
Oh, I stay
That's the show. So
I stay out of politics. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so Mrs. Claus, would you love to read for us and for all the children and adults of like-minded hearts and minds the 'Twas the Night Before Christmas?
Well, I would love to. Do you know what? 'Twas the Night Before Christmas by Mrs. Claus. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, at hopes that St. Nicholas, my husband, would soon be there. The children were all nestled, all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down our brains for a long winter's nap. When out on the town there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the roof to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw open the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eye should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, my reindeer. With a little old driver, with a little old driver so lively and quick. I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and they whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. Okay. I get a little theatrical sometimes.
That's quite all right.
As the dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky, so up to the house on top courses they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then, with a twinkling, I heard on the roof the jamming and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew my head and was turning around down the chimney, St. Nicholas came with a bound. I can see now. He was dressed head to toe, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. A peddler. How rude. His eyes, so rude. He doesn't look like a peddler. His eyes, how they twinkled. His dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, and his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth turned up like a bow. And then I heard this chin was white as the snow. His chin was as white as the snow. That's true. I saw it turn white. The stump of the pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke, it enriched his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly, and it shook when it laughed like a bowl full of jelly. I try really hard. Oh, my goodness. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf. And I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his beard soon gave me to know there was nothing to fear.
No.
Always have no fear. Then he spoke not a word and went straight to his work and filled all the stockings. And he left with a jerk. He sprang to his sleigh by, ooh, that's true. He sprang to his sleigh and he gave a whistle, and away they all flew down the thistle. And he said you could hear him as he drove out of sight. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night, as he took that flight. And he waved goodbye to all of us.
And I bet right now all of us are thinking about the rooftop and the big moon and Santa in his sleigh going right across the moon so you just see their outline.
Yes.
That's a beautiful scenery.
It's so much
Thank
fun.
you.
You're welcome. It's so much fun to be up there, but he's jolly, but he's not old.
No, and the
that's
beggar
calling me old.
Yeah,
I find that a little rude, but that's okay.
You seem to say the same. I think you have something up on all of us, because you seem to say the same from year after year. So while some of us change dramatically.
Well, you know, we are only as young as we feel, and I joke around. Today is the youngest I'll ever be, and it's the today we have to appreciate every day, because being on earth and breathing air and living life is such a tremendous gift. So
That is great. So when you go around to the different worlds, your elves must know all the culture, and you must be. I mean, we're always very concerned these days about making sure that we don't hurt people's feelings and stuff, and respecting their culture and their beliefs. They must really help you to be respectful to all the, you were just listing all the different countries. I would be at a loss not to know what to do when I was in a restaurant in Jakarta or somewhere else. I mean, you really need to love your elves and have them love you to be able to assimilate into all the different cultures that you visit.
Well, I don't know what is happening down here because I don't follow really anything that's going on in
It's probably
here.
better that way.
I just keep myself
Yeah.
in my own little world. But what we have, and then, I mean, there's no problems at all between cultures. I mean, the cultures are beautiful. We have an international kitchen where we cook all different things. I mean, could you imagine eating the same thing every day?
Yeah,
Could you imagine walking out the door and seeing the same person every day? I mean, that would be so boring.
That's right.
All our elves are different colors, different beliefs, different everything. And I have to tell you, it's a menagerie of beauty, the international.
That's great. There's so much to learn from each other, too, if we would
I know.
just stop talking and listen.
Well,
That
I
might
cook
be a good
all,
thing.
yes, it's true. I cook everything. I cook Indian food and Chinese and Korean. And I mean, if we didn't have all these different people, where would we be?
Right.
I mean, it's absolutely
Yeah.
a beautiful thing.
I always think in companies that tend to hire maybe only the same type of people, you really need diversity at your table. So, because every nationality looks at things differently than the other, and it gives you a different perspective and a different way of looking at the world and solving problems. And I think we could learn a little from that. Right?
Yes. There is one song that I do love, and I believe it's by Michael Jackson.
Oh, well, we love Michael Jackson.
He visits. I mean, we have everyone visit the North Pole, but he has "We Are the World."
Oh, yes.
We are the children. That song. And also there's a song by Francine Jerry who sings a beautiful song. I can't, Children Are the Guardians. It's beautiful, even the title alone. Children are the guardians of the world.
Oh, lovely.
You can look it up. Francine Jerry, absolutely beautiful words.
Well, I think we can learn a lot. What's the expression? Out of the mouths of babes? Because
Yes.
children just tell it like it is, and it's
Yes.
always from the heart. So we've sort of run out of time.
Already?
And already, it goes fast.
No.
And
What time is it?
we have just a few
Oh,
seconds left.
I have to go.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you've got
Do
so
you
much
mind?
stuff. No,
I'm
not
so
at all.
sorry.
Go ahead. But could you leave them with one thought?
What?
At the end of the poem, the story you just read, you left them with Merry Christmas
Oh, yes.
before you go.
Merry, Merry Christmas. Everyone have a wonderful Christmas, a happy holiday, and happy Hanukkah to absolutely everyone around the world. Absolutely everyone. Santa doesn't exclude anyone. He goes into any home that invites him in. Because there's such a multicultural mix of different people in every home.
I think you're
And
before you run off.
I've got to get
Yes, thank you. Stay warm.
Oh, my goodness.
I
So
think
it's
you-
so important. So Merry Christmas, everyone.
You just said something very important. People who invite him in,
Yes.
you have to invite him in.
You have to invite him in, and he will go anywhere.
Right.
And he loves everyone
Thank you.
of every culture. And thank you so,
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you, dear. And
We
thank
love
you for the
you at the
flowers
North Pole.
and the cookies, and thank you.
Yeah.
We'll see you when that book is finished.
I know, but I
No,
don't.
please, I know it's late.
Oh,
We gotta go.
and manners are so important. And I don't want to be rude, but I have to rush off now. Manners
We know. Go
are
right ahead.
so important, really important. So a book of manners is always a great gift to give
Oh,
parents to
yeah.
children.
No, there you
so
go.
much love to you.
thank you all for tuning in. When Mrs. Claus is finished with her book, she'll be back. What are you missing?
I don't know, but how do I look?
You look lovely,
Okay,
my dear.
wonderful.
Lovely. We'll see you. We'll return anything you've left.
Oh, thank
Safe
you
trip.
so much.
Safe.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ciao. Arrivederci. Adios.